Good afternoon, Monroe, East Georgia, whatever you want to call it here. This is not Marc McMain, but we're proud that Marc McMain allowed myself and a few other guys to sit in for him while he's doing his political thing for the next few weeks. Doug Hollingsworth is your host, and we're excited. Every Friday we are talking travel. Sweet Tea Travels is a show, and we've had a lot of fun. Got a lot of fun coming up in the next few weeks. But Chastity, how was your week?
It was wonderful.
And
I'm glad to have you here
well,
today.
we love coming. I love coming on Fridays. This is like exciting, perfect, fun times. Trying to teach people, hey, there's some different places out there to go and travel. You're looking for a vacation or a day spot or whatever. But as we were talking off air, could we had enough people down there at the Monroe Car Show last week?
I know, it was great.
Oh my gosh,
that was
so many cars, like 700 cars.
So many people everywhere.
Everywhere. Every kind of dog, every kind of baby, it was food and drinks, and it was just, and it's exciting for City of Monroe to do something like that. I certainly applaud them and tell them thank you very much for something like that. I'm an old car guy. My dad was into antique cars, and he got me into that, so I absolutely love going to car show. Well, today we've been, last few weeks we've been talking down on the coast, and so we said last week we're going to move up to the mountains, and we got a wonderful spot here about 2 hours away up in Rayburn County. We're going to be talking to a few different people up in that area, and so many things to see and do. So let's just get cranking and get going here. We got Madison Sanders, who is the marketing manager for Forward Rayburn, and she got a big job up there. Good morning, good afternoon, excuse me. It's right here at high noon. So, Madison, how are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you, Doug?
We are excited about being here. We're excited about talking about beautiful Rayburn County. This is the farthest county up in northeast Georgia. Takes about from Monroe, probably about 2 hours, maybe a little over 2 hours to get up there. Great, many different ways to get up there, but right off 441. But why don't we just jump right in and tell us what you do for Forward Rayburn there, which is kind of the CVB, if you want to call it. People understand that maybe about Rayburn County.
Yeah, so I'm the new marketing manager here at Forward Rayburn. So a lot of what I do is just developing tourism campaigns for Rayburn County and really just getting out the image of what Rayburn County is. For many years, Rayburn County was kind of seen as a little secret in the mountains, and we've really embraced sharing the secret with everybody. We have just some of the most beautiful scenery in North Georgia and really great up-and-coming food culture around here. The restaurants are amazing, lots of good golf courses, a million different outdoor adventures that you could think of. So basically my job is to share all the knowledge of everything there is to do up here with as many people as I can.
Well, and I tell you, in the past, it's been wonderful to see Rayburn just everywhere, and people know about it. And, not only just travel for a day trip or spend a week up there. It's great. You can come up to Rayburn County, and then you can take off and go to all different kind of places, but come back and spend the night and eat and go to all the shops, and you got some really cool cities there in Rayburn. Clayton, Dillard are the two top cities. Just exciting. So much to do there in Clayton County, in the city of Clayton. There's the Clayton County, but we're not going to talk about Clayton County today. But anyway, I mean, the shopping is fantastic. Just walk up and down. Y'all have done a great job up there with the whole downtown area of Clayton. It's just beautiful. A lot of cool shops to go to. The big general store they have there. It's so big and many things to do there, but so much to do up there. And you mentioned golf, and certainly golf is close to my heart. There's some great golf up there. Why don't you tell us about some of the golf there in Rayburn County?
Yeah, I mean, so we have some really awesome golf courses, and what I love about the golf courses in Raven County is there's a range of different types of golf courses. Every type of golfer has some sort of course that they can go to in Raven County. So, obviously the top courses is we have Sky Valley, beautiful, beautiful course, very high elevation, so it never really gets too hot there. Nice, cool temps, can play all day. But also, even Raven County has a county course that's really maintained really great, a 9-hole course. It's usually the one that I personally frequent the most because if you just need something to do before lunch, you can go and do a quick 9 there at the Raven County course, and it's really well done and very affordable. And then we obviously have Kingwood, which is kind of your middle ground, more resort style, 18 holes. Great little country club to it, hotels on site. There's a spa on site, which is really neat. So if you have somebody who maybe is with you up here for the weekend that isn't interested in golfing, they can always go pamper themselves at the spa there. Just lots of different options.
So much to do up there in some of those courses. You certainly, I'm familiar with both Sky Valley and Kingwood. I'm not sure I get to play 9 holes before lunch. I probably would never get anything done, and then I'd probably be so sore after that I wouldn't do anything in the afternoon. So we might have to push that off to the afternoon. But one nice thing is about Rayburn, it's the weather is beautiful. It's cooler than down in the Atlanta area, especially if you go up the hill towards Sky Valley, and the weather is fantastic. But so what else are some of the other things that people can do besides golf that, if you want to come up and spend a weekend, what are family things that, kids can do, things like that?
Yeah, so one thing that people really like, if you got a sense of adventure, we have whitewater rafting here. Super family friendly. If you got the adventure streak in you, also we have the zip lining just a little bit north of us. So you can do some canopy zip lining in the mountains. That's not very far from Sky Valley. Lots of different farms that put on events for kids all the time. I know a lot of these farms around here are doing like Easter egg hunts for kids coming up soon. And then Main Street's always a good place to go. There's so many different shopping options, food options, all these different activities you can do, and it's all really conveniently located in one street in downtown Clayton. And especially with the summer coming up, we've got some really big festivals coming up, and personally, I spend all day at those festivals because there's so much to do. And so that's a lot of the exciting things we got going on right now.
I know y'all have a nice parade a couple times a year that I know of. One at 4th of July and then one around Christmas. And I think those are fantastic. It's great for people to get involved, other businesses that can do things there in the Clayton area. So I think those type things are absolutely wonderful. So if you were going to come up for a weekend, my wife and I want to come up for the weekend. What do you suggest that maybe given some of the places you could stay at, and maybe some of the places you could eat at. I've seen those people doing that whitewater rafting stuff. I don't think that's ever going to be on my bucket list. I can see Doug. They'd stick me out there on the front end, and say, okay, just hang on, and I'd be the first one in the water. I'm like, oh, geez, it looks great, but I don't think I'll ever be able to do that. But tell us, so if a couple wants to come up for the weekend, what's your options there?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to enjoy the nature, but maybe don't want to get too wild and crazy with whitewater rafting and zip lining, definitely would recommend checking out the Tallulah Gorge Interpretive Center. Tallulah Gorge is one of the most famous landmarks in Georgia, and you can actually drive to the Interpretive Center and get a beautiful bird's eye view of the whole gorge without ever having to do anything remotely to a hike. And there's a giant educational center in there where they usually keep snakes and lizards, live ones in there, and DNR's usually there to do educational things about what these creatures are and why they inhabit and what's protected and all their efforts into that. So that's a cool way to get your nature fill without, wearing out your body too much. I definitely recommend, if you're here for breakfast in any sort, hitting up the Rusty Bike Cafe.
Oh, yeah, I've been there. That's nice.
Yeah, really, really cool restaurant. Really nice diner atmosphere. I personally love Hush on Main Street as well. It's a new Cuban restaurant that's just opened up, and it's got some really, really good options for outdoor seating, so you can enjoy the weather, get a really good lunch, and enjoy Main Street. And also one of my personal favorite places is after dinner. I love to go to Moonrise Distillery, which is just off 441 in Clayton. And they now have opened a speakeasy in it. So you get a really nice, relaxing, upscale environment. Go there. Everyone there is super, super friendly. That's probably one of the best things about Rabun County is we have the friendliest citizens of everywhere. Everyone is so happy to help you, so happy to talk to you. The people here, the citizens here, they love other people. So no matter where you go, you're going to get just a super friendly environment.
That's great. We're talking to Madison Sanders. She is the marketing manager for Forward Rabun County up there. I know you mentioned Tallulah Gorge, and I remember years ago, I was probably a wee youngster, that Mr. Walinda walked across Tallulah Gorge, and it was a big deal at that time. And it's very exciting just to go and look and see where he crossed over, and just thinking about what he did. So that's fantastic. I know there's a lot of things to do. I think I had heard that you guys now are the waterfall capital of Georgia. Is that correct?
We are. Rabun County is the waterfall capital of Georgia. We have more waterfalls in this county than anywhere in the state of Georgia. And any time somebody wants to come do a waterfall hike, I really recommend coming into the Rabun County Welcome Center. We have maps galore of all these waterfalls you can go to. A lot of them are very easy, flat hikes to make. Personally, I love to pack a little hammock with me and go set up a hammock at the base of a waterfall. Really easy hike, and there's just so many of them. So anytime somebody's thinking about doing that, I say, come on into the Welcome Center. Let's get you some maps. Let's find the perfect waterfall for you.
Very nice Welcome Center, by the way, everybody. It's right as you're coming into Clayton. And certainly go in. They got some really fun things you can do, and a lot of things for the kids can see, and y'all can pick out what you want to do. So, I mean, it's just great stuff. You have a lot of different lodgings, from boutique inns, cabins, vacation rentals.
Yeah, absolutely.
All kind of luxury lake houses. That's where my wife would want to stay, at a luxury lake house. Okay, so tell us about that.
Good variety of different options. Currently, if you want more of the downtown Clayton atmosphere, there's the Bridge Creek Inn. So you can actually stay right on Main Street and be walking distance to everything that's going on there. Especially recommend there for festivals going on and things like that. The Dillard House is under expansion right now. Very, very long time legacy business here at the Dillard House, and they are really revamping that property. They are expected to have a lot more rooms open soon, and can't recommend them enough. We love Dillard House and everything they're doing there. And then the selection, like you were talking about on Lake Burton, Lake Raven, even Lake Seed, there's so many endless Airbnb options, and you can get just the most beautiful home. So definitely recommend checking out any of those short-term rental options as well. Beautiful area up there, Rabun County, and like I said, you can. I've told people if you're looking for things to do in the mountains, just go to Rabun County. Plan ahead for a week, for a weekend. Certainly a day trip is a lot of fun. But just make that your center hub, and then you can take off to Tennessee or North Carolina, South Carolina, figure out other things you want to do, other places in North Georgia, but come back at nighttime, stay in Clayton, see the things to do. There's so much to do in Rabun, so I'm excited about having you on here and talking about, and we look forward to finding more stuff as things go on. We are going to be talking to somebody later in the show from the Dillard House and finding out what they're doing and all the exciting things. Certainly, many things. And yes, I've been up there, and we do have some road
issues going on, but they're trying to make the best of it. But we certainly don't want that to curtail people coming up to see beautiful Rayburn County, especially with the summer coming up, going up. It's going to be a little cooler this summer. So Madison Sanders, marketing manager for Forward Rayburn. Tell Rick I said hello, and we appreciate all that you guys do, and we're glad to help you anyway. If you have anything coming up, please let me know, and we'll go from there. Thank you very much, Madison. Appreciate you being on the show this morning. All right, we're at WMOQ 92.3, and this is Doug Hollingsworth sitting in for Marc McMain, and we'll be right back.
Recently, I was on a flight writing on a legal pad, and the man next to me struck up a conversation. "Are you an author?" he asked. I said, "No, I'm actually a preacher." Well, the look on his face was priceless. How would you feel if you're stuck sitting next to a preacher for several hours? Surprisingly, though, we had a good conversation. He asked me several questions about Jesus, and I told him that the Bible says if Jesus didn't rise from the dead, Christianity is worthless. Ever thought about that? You see, the truthfulness of Christianity hinges on whether Jesus died and rose from the grave. There's great evidence for it, and I'm one of the billions of Christians around the globe who believes that the resurrection really happened. If Jesus did conquer death, then he's worthy of your trust. If he didn't, reject him because he's a fraud. I believe he really conquered death. What do you believe? This is Brian Wright, speaking right from my heart.
For devotions, visit rightfromtheheart.org.
Hey, this is attorney Bart Bitton with Bitton & Bitton. I live and work right here in Monroe, Georgia, and I am proud to serve this area. If you've been hurt in a car accident, you don't need some out-of-town lawyer that treats you like a number. You deserve a local lawyer you can trust, someone who lives here, works here, and takes care of people. So remember this, if you're ever in a car accident, be smart, call Bart. Bitton & Bitton, local lawyers you can trust.
Are you considering selling your house or land, or perhaps finding your dream home? Call Stacy McCullers, your trusted real estate expert with 12 years of experience and a lifelong connection to Walton County. Stacy is here to help you every step of the way. Whether you're buying or selling, she's available anytime to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. Don't wait. Call today, 678-859-6336. A member of Malcolm & Malcolm Realty Professionals, Stacy McCullers, your realtor for life.
Covington Ford has something for everyone, from the power and comfort of a brand new F-150 to the family-friendly Explorer or the trail-ready Bronco. Covington Ford wants to be your #1 local Ford dealer by offering no haggle, below invoice pricing, and interest rates as low as 0% for 60 months. We believe your adventure should be limitless, not your coverage, so we're giving you a lifetime powertrain warranty on nearly all new Ford inventory. Come check us out in person or visit us online at covingtonford.net. Your next journey starts at Covington Ford.
All right, good afternoon, Monroe, East Georgia. We love being here. You're on the Marc McMain Show. Doug Hollingsworth filling in today. Please tell all your friends. Every Friday we talk travel. Sweet Tea Travels is the name of the show, and we appreciate Mark and Charlie and Chastity to allow us to come in and talk to y'all every Friday. We're excited about that. So we're trying to give you some ideas of where to go across the country. We've been talking Georgia here lately, but next week we're going to kind of venture off into some other cities, and they're going to be talking about a lot of the 250 anniversary next week, and maybe some historical sites to go to. So we'll let you know a little bit more about that at the end of the day. Today we're talking a beautiful area up in northeast Georgia, Rayburn County, and they have so much to offer. It is a beautiful. It's about two hours from Monroe here in this area, straight up 441. You can go through Athens and go that way is the way I usually go if I go up that way. So much to see and do, and we're excited. But right now we're going to talk a few minutes now with a gentleman who's a great guy, Jim Curtis, who is a resident of Sky Valley, which is actually a community, which is a city, and we've gotten some hierarchy here, Chastity. He is a councilman.
Okay.
So we're excited about that. His time is very valuable, so we want to make sure we get Jim on. Hey, Jim, how are you today?
Great, Doug. How are you?
We are good, buddy. We're talking one of my favorite places in Georgia, Rayburn County and Sky Valley, and as we know, that is a hidden gem, and we will definitely put parentheses around both of those, hidden and gem. If you've never been there, we're going to let you start out telling a little bit about the history, but it is the highest city in Georgia. And it's like you go in that way, and a lot of people go into Highlands and up in that part of western North Carolina. You're going to go right by, just about. You need to take a little right there and stop into Sky Valley, but a beautiful community, a beautiful city. So, Jim, because you've lived there and you're certainly well-to-do because you're a council member up there, we appreciate you doing that. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the history, because there's a lot of history in there in Sky Valley, and we'll get started there.
Yeah, I'd be happy to, Doug. It's not old and it's not new. It's not old like Highlands, where people had been coming into the mountains from South Carolina since before the Civil War. This was one of the last parts of Georgia to get settled. This was Cherokee country. And Sky Valley was basically founded in the 70s. A couple of visionaries. One was a doctor. Found this dairy farm up in the mountains, and it was weird because even though it's way up in the mountains, it's like a little valley up in the mountains, and so they founded it as a ski resort. And it was the southernmost ski resort. We don't ski anymore. Our snowmaking equipment is up in Scaly Mountain right next door. So they do sliding and there. But it was founded as a ski resort, and to do so they had something to do in the summer. The same folks that built the ski lodge built the golf course, and they were smart enough to have a big time designer come in and help them out on the golf course. These were guys who would lay out the road system with a bulldozer. Now I'm sure they'd used a map before, but so we've got a championship golf course, and I don't know if you do visual experiments on the radio, Doug, but if you've ever scooped up water in your hand, stick your left hand out in front of your face. And that's sort of the geography of Sky Valley, where your index finger and middle finger meet. That's the main entrance, and you come down into the valley. The whole bottom of your hand, or the little bottom of your hand, if it's cupped right to hold water, is where the golf course is. And if you look at where your thumb and your index finger meet, there's a little crack, and that crack is where the creek that flows through the middle of Sky Valley pours over the side of the mountains in a gigantic waterfall. And if you look at the heel of your hand, it's Alex Mountain. It's right across from Raven Bald, which is the second highest mountain in Georgia. And the homes are scattered around the high points of your hand. So that's the geography is one of the things that makes Sky Valley unique. So a lot of the housing was started off in around 1980, and we're continuing to update with newer homes, probably in the last for the last 5 years. What else would you like to know, Doug?
Well, there's so much. You mentioned something about homes. So we have. I know you're a resident. So tell us a little bit about the homes. Who lives up there? Can
Sure.
people come up and buy homes? Are there lots for sale? Tell us a little bit about the residential side there, sir.
Yeah, lots of lots for sale, but it's basically a residential resort community. The golf course is at the heart, but we've got a lot of retired folks. We've got a lot of second homeowners. It's a seasonal thing. People come up for 5, 6, 7, 8 months of the year from Florida, but also as far away as New Orleans and Alabama, and a handful of Yankees too.
Mm-hmm. Yankees on the march. I see.
Yeah. Well, the point is that most of us here come from someplace else, and the folks I admire the most are the folks with kids in their 40s who have the foresight to, you get the kids up it's a great place to raise kids. It's a wonderful place to give a dog a good life.
There we go.
But as much I'd like to have more retirees here, so that recently the club realized that we've got enough people here in the winter that our club could stay open, and the restaurant is open on the weekends. All the big expensive clubs up in Highlands, are shut down for the winter. So,
you've got all kind of things for sale up there. I know there's a lot of people up there, and people, again, this is a city. So you have police, you have fire department, you have people who come pick up your garbage.
Yep.
You have roads, if there's a problem with roads, all inside these beautiful valley and mountains, which certainly I have been there, and it is spectacular when you get off the road going to Highlands and you go into Sky Valley, certainly for the first time, and you come down the hill and you see this valley with this beautiful golf course and these mountains and these 2 church steeples, and you hear the ringing of the church steeple, every so often during the day, which is just fantastic. I mean, this is a beautiful place for people to come and buy that second home, or just come and move from wherever. I've talked to quite a few people who they've made it their permanent home. You have so much to see and do again there in Rayburn County, and it's a lot of fun. And you are the highest city in Georgia. And we also call it, I believe, the coolest city in Georgia.
It is the coolest, and it's a family style double entendre. It's coolest in temperature wise. In the summer, if it breaks 80 degrees, people are saying, "Oh, what a hot day it is." But you're sort of alluding to one of the things that makes Sky Valley so special, and I call it the bubble factor. You turn into the entrance, and you described driving down the hill with the golf course on your left, and you're going into the bubble. You can forget the rest of the world, and if you want to, you can live a wonderful outdoor lifestyle without ever leaving Sky Valley, but still doing mountain-type things. And if you don't want to hear about the outside world, you don't have to. And it's just that makes it a wonderful place to relax. In fact, every time I go out my front door, I feel like I'm on vacation.
Well, it is absolutely beautiful. People ought to certainly look at that. Hey, let me give out a website for you guys, a couple of websites. And hey, we also have a webcam that people can go see, but it's visit skyvalleyga.com. Visit skyvalleyga.com. It's there's different other websites that you can go to. Also, if you're looking for maybe just a place to stay up there for the week or weekend, check out timesharesofskyvalley.com. Timesharesofskyvalley.com. Hey, we're talking to Jim Curtis. We're going to ask Jim to pause for a few minutes. We still got a lot more to talk about Sky Valley. We're going to take a break here. And you're listening to Doug Hollingsworth, Sweet Tea Travels on the Marc McMain Show.
Youngblood Tractor in Madison is proud to be your local Massey Ferguson dealer. Massey Ferguson has been building straightforward, dependable, and affordable tractors and farm equipment for 175 years. Massey Ferguson right now has the best lineup in their 175-year history, and there has never been a better time to upgrade to a Massey Ferguson tractor. Youngblood Tractor carries the complete lineup of Massey Ferguson tractors ranging from the 22.5 horsepower subcompact all the way up to the 130 horsepower mid-range utility tractor. And with one of the largest trailer inventories in the state, you'll always have a way to get it home. Youngblood Tractor also carries the complete lineup of hay equipment, including the legendary Massey Ferguson 1840 square baler, as well as implements like rotary cutters, batwing cutters, box blades, grapples, pallet forks, and more. There are great financing promotions to take advantage of, so give us a call today at 706-342-2242. Youngblood Tractor also has experienced parts and service departments to take care of you after the sale. Visit us online at www.youngbloodtractor.com or stop by and see us at 1600 Athens Highway in Madison.
$10,000 off MSRP on select 2026 Ford Explorer STs and trimmers. It's just one of the deals through March 31st at Akins Ford in Winder. Hi, this is Brad Akins, and these Explorers also come with Ford's 10-year limited factory warranty and no additional charge. Plate number 40030, MSRP $60,795. Deed retains factory rebate plus government fees with approved financing through Ford Credit and your 1995 or newer trade. Ford's limited warranty is 10 years or 100,000 miles. See dealer for details. Visit us today at AkinsFord.com.
Make your Easter dinner special with a little help from Stripling's General Store in Bogart. Stop in and visit the deli and see their great selection of fresh steaks cut to order, fresh mouth-watering hams, barbecue, and let's not forget the fresh sausages that you and your family will love. Stripling's will be closed on Easter Sunday to spend time with their family and friends. That's Stripling's General Store, Highway 78 East and Highway 53 in Bogart.
Big news, Georgia drivers. DJ's Collision is on the move and is proud to announce their brand new home in Madison. After many years of service in Social Circle, the same team you know and trust is back with a fresh new look and location to serve you best. From flawless paint jobs to complete bodywork, DJ's Collision is where your car gets a second chance to shine. Check out their brand new location in Madison at 1231 Woodcraft Road. That's DJ's Collision. Give them a call at 770-760-8214.
All right, welcome back. Here's Doug Hollingsworth, Marc McMain Show, WMOQ 92.3 FM. We are glad to be here every Friday. We're talking travel from 12 to 1, so please tell your friends that we're going to be having a lot of fun travel things coming up here. Next week, we're going to bring in a special guest. I'm not even going to tell you, Chastity. Oh. No, it's a surprise guest, and we're going to be talking about all the things to do around the country that we have been to, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So maybe people can start making plans, especially for this 250th anniversary of our special Declaration of Independence signing. So, hey, today, though, we're up in northeast Georgia. We're in Sky Valley, Georgia. Yes, this is a city, beautiful community. It's great. You can go up and play golf for the day. You have timeshares up there. There's plenty of eating places around down in Dillard. A lot of great shopping. You have Clayton there. But on the phone with us today, and we appreciate him sticking over because I know he and his lovely wife are off doing something today. So Jim Curtis, who is the resident of Sky Valley, is also a city council member. So we want to get back with Jim and talk some more stuff about Sky Valley. Jim, thanks again for being on here this another 15 minutes or so.
Surely.
Glad to have you, buddy. It's a beautiful thing up there. We need to tell a lot of people about it. Certainly we want people to know that it's fun. you can come up there and do a lot of things. I was talking to Madison down in Fort Rayburn a little earlier, and we were talking about waterfalls.
Cool.
I think y'all might have the granddaddy of them all right there. Why don't you tell us a little about your wonderful waterfall and what people can go and see?
Well, you can actually see it from the highway as you're coming up the hill to Sky Valley. It's called Estatoa Falls. It's Estatoa is a Cherokee word that means troubled waters. And if you're kayaking or canoeing on a stream and you hear loud noises up ahead, those are troubled waters, and you want to get over to land and check it out.
But it's a beautiful troubled waters.
Absolutely.
Absolutely beautiful. Very beautiful.
John Bartram saw the falls when he was exploring North Georgia, and makes a nice mention of it in his book. But it's as it runs through Sky Valley, it's going through the golf course, but then it goes into a lake, and then it goes under a dam there, and it is the most beautiful Appalachian stream you will find anywhere in the mountains. So we've got a mile of it. It goes through heavy woods. We've got a hiking trail from Little Estatoa Falls, which is right below our golf course, and then a mile of this gorgeous trout stream before it falls off the mountain.
So you're telling me there's a lot of beautiful places that people can go up there and find a lot to build or buy a home. I think most people can just go to different places and find, homes for sale in Sky Valley, Georgia. Again, the website up there, if you want some more information, has a lot of information. So please go visit skyvalleyga.com. And check out the website. It is the website's beautiful. Check out the webcam, which is atop of the clubhouse there, right there in the middle of the golf course, and it rotates, and it's beautiful. If you're looking for more information on places to stay, also check out timesharesofskyvalley.com. timesharesofskyvalley.com. Jim Curtis is with us here. He is a resident. How long you been living up there, Jimbo?
I moved up here basically the day after I retired in February of 2011.
Wow. Okay.
And I got to tell you, it was a great decision. My parents had a place up here with it was a private timeshare, and so for 1 week every summer we'd drive to Sky Valley from St. Louis or from Washington D.C. And after I retired up here, I was thinking hot dog, permanent vacation. And darndest thing happened. I started meeting people. I'd be out walking, and every car would stop to say hello.
Right.
And it took me a little bit to figure out that I had moved into a real community. It's a small community. You're going to see people again and again. People want to know you. If you want privacy, they'll give you privacy. If you want to be sociable, there are plenty of opportunities to be sociable. But one of the things that second home owners often wonder or worry about is the security of their property. And we've got a police chief with 5 officers. That's what we need to provide 24/7 protection. We have 0 crime in Sky Valley. So if you buy a home in the mountains in most places, you're out in a county, you might very well wonder about security, but absolutely not a problem in Sky Valley. The other neat thing about Sky Valley, besides fire protection, is we enforce building codes. So when you buy property in Sky Valley, whether it's a condominium or a timeshare or a single-family residence, you're probably not going to have some of the kinds of problems that you might find in other places where they haven't really been strictly enforcing the building code, and frankly, that's most of the mountain areas in North Georgia. So there's less of a, there's not much of a worry factor.
I understand, and it's absolutely beautiful. Certainly, the views are absolutely stunning. I know you guys do a couple of things up there, like the 4th of July. You have a fall festival. I've been to both of them, and they're exciting. Why don't you tell us a little bit about both of those there, Jim?
Well, those are both huge community events. This is a very volunteering sort of community, so we have lots of folks to help all our visitors find their way around, and we provide transportation from, you could walk it easily from one end of the city to the other, but when you're hungry, you jump in a golf cart, and the folks will take you up to where the food is, or where the music is, or where the vendors have the tents set up are, or where the antique auto show, or I should call it a restored auto show. And we all look forward to these things. We try and be there because it's just such a cool thing to do. And this year on July 3rd, we'll be having a 250th anniversary celebration. So we're pulling out all the stops for that one. In the fall, you don't know what to expect. Maybe there'll be the beer trucks there. Most often it's more rustic fare from the food trucks.
And my favorite thing.
Those are great.
What's the favorite thing of the fall festival? What do everybody every year look forward to that fall festival?
Well,
come on.
Try and coordinate it with the leaves, of course.
Well, no. We're talking about something. We're talking about the hay bale trail.
The hay bale trail.
Yes, the hay bale. That's the only reason
goodness.
I come up is to see the hay bale trail. And everybody that's listening needs to go. It's usually in the middle of October.
That's
and they have so much for families to do, but they have this really cool the round hay bales that you see that the farmers put up, and they paint the front of them. And I mean, I've seen bears. I've seen, college school. They have from Georgia to Tech to North Carolina to all these different things, and it's growing every year. It's fantastic. That's one of the favorite things that I love to go up and see.
And everybody in Raven County loves to come up to that. And we try and get them set up earlier in October, so we've got 3 or 4 weeks for people to come up and see them. And people with families and cameras are out of their cars, taking pictures of their favorite hay bales, and it's just a really special time of year.
It is. Hey, some other things that there in the valley there is. I know y'all have a pool. People can you have a fitness center that people can go and do stuff there. And where's some great places? I know my wife. Don't tell her. But where can she go shop if she'd like to go shop? Chastity's over here laughing because she'd like to go shopping too.
Highlands is 10 miles up the road from Sky Valley. If you go up the top of Alex Mountain, you can see it, and it's only about 4 miles away. But you're in the mountains, so you're basically driving along the edge of the Highlands Plateau, so you can look off into South Carolina on the right, and you're looking at a mountain that's going straight up on the left. But Highlands has all sorts of high-end shopping, lots of great restaurants, and that's the whole. You see, this is the whole area up here is a resort area. So you've got great restaurants in Clayton and on the lakes, as well as Highlands and Franklin,
right,
North Carolina.
Right.
But, with all these fun things we're talking about, the real reason to buy the home up here is for the outdoor lifestyle.
The laid-back lifestyle.
Everybody's got a big deck
I love it.
and a barbecue out here.
That's what I want. Hey, Jim, we're gonna have to run here, buddy. I know y'all got things you got to do. Too, we appreciate your time today. We love Sky Valley. We want to mention that visit skyvalleyga.com if you have more information. Timeshares of Sky Valley. So much to do. 3,500 elevation.
Much to do. We've got. We could talk about this another time.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Jim. So I appreciate you there. Thank you very much, Jim Curtis, resident of Sky Valley. Here we're having some fun here, talking about the Northeast Georgia mountains. Doug Hollingsworth, right here on the Marc McMain Show. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for custom t-shirts, golf shirts, or uniforms for yourself or work? What about a family reunion, a fundraiser, or sports team? Whatever you're looking for, Chris and Debbie at Blue Hound in Monroe can help you. Real Country uses Blue Hound for our golf shirts and t-shirts. They do quality work and they're great folks. Blue Hound is located at 111 East Washington Street in Monroe. Go by and see what they can do for you or call 404-307-3664. That's 404-307-3664. Tell them April sent you.
Leadfoot Mulching and Grading offers land clearing, hauling of gravel and sand, and more. And now offering screen topsoil for the farmer or homeowner, asphalt paving, and more. No job is too big or small. Locally owned and operated, it's Leadfoot Mulching and Grading, serving all of North Georgia. Fair prices and great customer service. Phone 404-909-5227 or go to leadfootmulching.com.
Ready to grow your small business and reach thousands of new customers? Say hello to Town Values Magazine, formerly MTM Shopper, proudly serving the community for 22 years. Every month, thousands of magazines are mailed directly to homes in Walton, Oconee, Barrow, Rockdale, Newton, Gwinnett, and beyond to further expand your reach. Our magazine is packed with valuable coupons and services offered, helping families save money while supporting the community they love. We specialize in local direct marketing that works, building your brand, driving sales, and connecting you with the customers who matter most. Plus, we're online at townvalues.com and on Facebook and Instagram, giving your business even more exposure in print and digital. Ready to reserve your space in the next edition? Call Liliana at 770-267-6650. Town Values Magazine. Local, trusted, powerful. Helping businesses grow and families save.
Hey, this is Doug.
And this is Robbie.
We own and operate Foy Tree Service.
When you need tree cutting, stump grinding, lot clearing, mulching, firewood, and more, call Foy Tree Service.
Serving Morgan County and surrounding area since 1987.
With top quality service and fair prices, we take pride in our work, and we do everything to make sure that you are a happy customer.
That's Foy Tree Service. Call us at 706-342-8733.
That's 706-342-TREE.
All right, welcome back to the Marc McMain Show. Doug Hollingsworth, Sweet Tea Travels every Friday. We're talking travel 12 to 1. Please let everybody know about that. We'll be having some fun shows coming up here. Hey, we're having some fun up in Rabun County and Dillard, Georgia, Clayton, Georgia. So one of my favorite places I have ever been in my entire life, ever. Many, many times since I was a wee youngster.
Just a beautiful drive, beautiful people.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful up there.
Great fellowship, good food.
We're going to talk to Brian Bullock, who's with the Dillard House, and I think nothing else has to be said. Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody. If you haven't heard about the Dillard House, you must have moved from Los Angeles or St. Louis or something. But even if you have, you need to find out about the Dillard House. So very simple, dillardhouse.com, DILLARD house.com. Brian, welcome to the show.
Hey, Doug, how are you? Thanks for having me on today.
We're excited, buddy, and I mean we're excited. I mean, if you can't hear it in my voice, it is stuff from the past that we have done certainly eaten many times, stayed up there, and we're excited about that. So we're going to jump right in here. Tell us a little bit about the history. It's got a lot of history at the Dillard House. Let's do that, and then we'll talk about what you guys are doing up there at the Dillard House to make major improvements.
Sounds good. It's an awesome history. So basically, Captain John Dillard, after the war in the late 1700s, founded Dillard, Georgia, and obviously a farming community. As I tell people, the Dillard House is in Dillard, Georgia. We bought it from the Dillard family, and the mayor's Claude Dillard. So Dillard is an awesome story up there. But the modern Dillard House began in 1917. It was founded by Carrie and Arthur Dillard as a simple farmhouse and boarding house. And as time rolled on, and more people were coming up there, and there's really a path to get up to Asheville and Highlands. It became a restaurant. It became a boarding house. And it became very, very popular. Really farm-to-table dining before the term was ever used in the modern sense.
How about that?
So as that grew, they started adding motel rooms. And, currently, when we bought it, there were 6 different buildings with motel rooms. And by the mid-1900s, the restaurant had become very, very popular. So what is currently the main dining room was built in 1957. And it's been operating ever since. A great story about the Dillard House. It's the second longest continually operating restaurant in the state of Georgia, only behind the Plaza Oyster Bar in Thomasville.
Wow.
So it's really, multiple generations of family have been coming there. And we've been family-style Southern cooking since day one. We're from the research we can find, where it's only us and Mrs. Wilkes down in Savannah that are continuing that family-style, unlimited food, Southern cooking. And what we love about it is it's a great tradition. It's a great way to make some family memories, and that's sort of where it brings us to current 2026 Dillard House. We're making the attempt to keep that history going.
Well, let's dive right in here. We don't have much time here. We certainly want to tell people about what you're doing. I was actually up there last month and went through, took some pictures of the new dining hall that's now back open and beautiful area, big fireplace. You have a bar, you have TVs, and you still have the board though that tells everybody what's for lunch. So why don't you go ahead and tell us what's going on, what's the future of the Dillard House, and so we get people up there as soon as we can.
Great. Well, real quick, we put a team of consultants together with us who've been developers, and then HGOR is the land planners, Summer Hour is the architect, and Starling Stewart is the interior design. And the mission was simple. Let's respect the past, but modernize the property. And, so examples I'll give you is, most of the furniture in the dining room, we actually, instead of getting all new furniture, we had all that furniture rebuilt so we keep the same look. We updated the windows, the finishes. As you stated, we added a bar in a beautiful lounge. We added a great outdoor patio so you can overlook the valley. Full gut of all, the technical stuff, the kitchens, the bathrooms, and all that stuff. But we finally got the restaurant open, 7 or 8 weeks ago after over a year renovation. And what we've been hearing is just it feels great. We love how it looks, and the food's coming out awesome. So that's looking towards the future. We will have the restaurant just opened. We're going to be opening a brewery, Raven Brewing, which will be open probably by June. We've teamed up with Dog Harbor Wine out of Dahlonega, Sam and Robin Samaripa. They have a great product over there, so we'll have a wine tasting room. And we will have this beautiful oak lawn where you can flow in and out of the brewery, out of the tasting room, out of the restaurant, and just have this incredible view and great comfortable seating overlooking the valley.
Well, it is absolutely beautiful up there. I know you're building, I saw some construction, you're building a new part of the hotel back there in the back. I know you're going to do some renovations to the rock house there. That's exciting. You still have the horses and the stables back there in the back, which is really cool. I told one of your patriots there who works with you that we have to bring back the petting zoo. I don't care
coming back.
where you put it, but we got to bring back that petting zoo because I remember doing it. I brought my kids to do it. Now my grandkids have done it, so it's a staple. But it's the whole and it's right there off 441, and it's very easy to get to. Now you're having a little construction up there in front of the road there, but people can still find their way over to the main roads, and be careful as they go through there. But excited about where you guys are, what you're doing. I know you got. So, what's the long-term version there, Brian, of what we're going to be doing?
So what we're looking for is we're just looking for an incredible family resort. So, as you stated, we're changing over the Rock House, which was the original Dillard House. That's going to be a la carte restaurant that is daily menus changing every day, really focused on seasonality and local. So all the proteins will be sourced within 15 miles of the Dillard House. We're adding a 40-acre farm back into the property, so we'll be growing a ton of our vegetables, which is how the Dillard House really started back in the day. We're adding, we're adding the new hotel, new cabins, tree houses. So we're all said and done. We're going to have 160 rooms of 4 different types. There'll be in cabins, there'll be in hotel, there'll be in motel, and there'll be in tree houses.
Wow.
The whole property is 120 acres, so we're reactivating and to bring up the petting zoo. The lower, what we call the lower field, is about 80 acres down there, and so we're going to have the horses down there. We'll have the petting zoo down there. We're going to have fishing on the Little Tennessee. We have 1 mile on the Little Tennessee.
Oh, that's nice.
Some great fly fishing vendors, and they're having a great time catching fish down there. We're going to have we'll have 2.9 miles, 3 miles of walking trails. So we're really going to activate the whole property with the future. So you'll be able to come down from the main part of the resort, be able to go for a walk on the river, go into the farm, look at the vegetables, go see the horses. So what we really want to do, bring this in the future, is take that 120 acres and really activate the entire thing. So you feel, our new tagline is the Dillard House, a mountain farm resort. And that's what we want to feel. It's a mountain farm, and it's going to be a beautiful resort surrounded by mountains.
That's a great saying. I think that's perfect. It sums it up there. We're talking to Brian Bullock, who's with the Dillard House up in Dillard, Georgia. A lot of things to do in and around the county, as we mentioned. Certainly some good shopping, some fun things to do there in Dillard. But this is exciting. It's taken a little while to kind of get it going. I certainly have been up there quite a bit and passed by it and driven through many times and watched the work being done, taking pictures, and just gotten excited about what's coming, because it's fantastic. The other day when I was there and I took pictures, I came home and I shot the pictures out to my sons and kind of let them tell them, so they all have kids, and say, hey, it's going to be soon. You guys can come on back up here and have some fun and do that. But I think this is fantastic. It's the Dillard House. It's just dillardhouse.com. And for more information, reservations, I mean, they have places you can stay now, so don't think they don't. The restaurant is open, so come on back and see all their new gigs up there. And it is absolutely beautiful. Y'all have made it modern but kept the rustic feel. I look forward to coming back up many times. Hey, mention, I know you guys have kind of moved the breakfast till just the weekend. Is that correct there, Brian?
Correct. We're just doing breakfast right now on Saturdays and Sundays. Once the entire resort is complete, we'll go back to 7 days a week. But until we get all the hotel rooms open, it's just going to be on weekends.
Got it. And you have a Easter lunch and dinner coming up. It sounds like that. I saw the menu. It looks like a great thing coming up.
Yeah, we're getting right back to really being a special place to bring your families for all holidays. The first one is obviously Easter, and we're going to have a great menu of our famous fried chicken, roasted lamb, pot roast, all the fixings, and finish it off with some great desserts. The weather looks great, so we can have a walk around the whole property and see it.
It's going to be great. Brian Bullock with the Dillard House, we appreciate your time today. Look forward to hearing back from you guys on more updates, and we'll certainly have you guys back on the show. Brian, thank you for spending some time here with Sweet Tea Travels. Thank you, buddy.
Doug, I appreciate your time, and thanks for having us on.
We'll have you back on certainly soon. All right, great show. Another fantastic travel show. We're excited about what we're doing. We've got a good show next week. We're going to keep it secret, though, because I got a special guest going to be in studio with us.
Can't wait.
We appreciate it. Doug Hollingsworth, Marc McMain show. We're going to Chastity, you going to tell us a little bit about what's going on next week? Do you know?
So Monday we'll have Mitch Swan on with Dutch guest. So super great show.